Hi guys. Thank you for tuning in to what I'm sure is going to be quite a long video. But as you can see in front of me, I have a lot to go over. This is our 2024 Black Friday release flip through video. So I'll be going over all the details for the sale that starts tomorrow evening, and showing you all of these fun goodies. So yeah, I guess I'll start out with the logistical details. So our sale will begin at midnight Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night, so the 29th technically, and it'll go through Monday, the 2nd of December. We'll have 30% off the entire site from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then from then on, throughout the weekend, it'll be 25% off the entire shop, which is still like our highest discount we offer generally. So, still a great deal. But if you like saving that extra little bit, I'd highly recommend staying up late and getting your order in. I'm hoping to get all the listings live tonight. So keep an eye on our Instagram stories because we'll share that info there, and we'll also send out an email when the listings are active on the website. So you can spend the next day or so picking out what you want, and that way when the sale starts at midnight, you can just check out and go to bed. So yeah, that's the logistics. We have two new decorative collections to go over, and then some fun functional stuff. So let's hop right in. I'm going to start with warmth because that's our January collection. Okay, before I start on the actual releases, I forgot to mention in the intro that we will also have tiered freebies, which means if you spend a certain dollar amount, you qualify for extra freebies. And that is calculated by the amount spent after the discount comes off and before the shipping costs are added. So keep that in mind when you're ordering. But this is our email freebie. So highly suggest going ahead and signing up for our newsletters if you're not already, because we always do email exclusive freebies. But this is our first time showing it ahead of time. But I just want everyone to be aware because all the freebies, go together. But we tried to keep this one a little more, just neutral plaid in case you don't end up getting the rest of them. So here's the email freebie. And then if you spend $50, you'll get this freebie. I really love this clip art and I wanted to make a full collection with it, but I didn't have enough to work with. So this was a fun little alternative. Here's the $100 freebie. Like, how pretty is that scene? And then the $200 freebie. So obviously they all coordinate together. So if you do end up spending $200, you get the full collection, which is fun. And then this is an exciting new freebie. So this is our early bird freebie. If you do check out before 3 a.m., then you'll receive this with your order. This is on craft paper, which we're hoping to bring to the shop very soon. But it's our new ornate letters, and we tried them out on craft paper this time. So yeah, hope you guys like these freebies. So before I get into the individual sheets, I just wanted to quickly say, no, we're not releasing weekly kits in this release, which I know will bum some of y'all out, and we totally get that. Again, we're not planning on pulling entirely away from doing weekly kits, but it just wasn't in the cards, and designing this sort of stuff has been a lot easier for us to do than full weekly collections. So we hope you understand, and we're hoping that with this release and a little update we did, it'll be a little more adaptable to a weekly kit style spread. So sorry if that's a bummer for you, but we hope you understand. So let's get into it. I have them printed on premium matte and washi paper, but they will also be available on transparent matte. We decided not to add foil to these collections just to kind of like make it more accessible to different styles of planning. And you can add your own foil, obviously, but we can't print foil on top of transparent matte. So we didn't want to limit anyone in that way. But we did change our format a little bit. So we went back to our 16-page format, if you're familiar with our journaling collections, but we added a lot more deco and took out some sheets that didn't feel as useful, or combined some sheets that could have like worked as a single sheet instead of multiple. So get into it. This is Warmth. It's our January collection. I think rose gold looks the prettiest with it, which is why I foiled the add-ons in rose gold, but I think silver or gold would also look really pretty. But here's page 1. So we've got quite a bit of larger deco in this collection, which I personally love, but we tried to add a good mix of sizes for you. And I can pull out a planner to show you the scale. Hopefully that helps. So most of it is still, like a good size for replacing full boxes in this kind of planner. So definitely adaptable. We tried to keep it intentionally sized so that it works for a lot of different style planning and journaling. But I hope you like it. We also introduced some new collages to the kit. So pre-made little scenes that kind of take some of the work out of layering yourself, but you could also easily layer with those. So that was a lot of fun to create. This is page 2. So like I said, the first 8 pages are all deco. And then we get functional stuff and florals. So page 3. I really love this giant scene here. Page 4. And then this is pretty giant, but it could easily go over 2 columns. Page 5. Some smaller deco. Page 6. I love these little guys. Page 7. This is probably my favorite sticker in the collection. I just love the layering on it. And it looks really good on washi paper, which I'll show in a second. Here's another jumbo deco page. So again, this would take up like 2 columns worth. So that's the 8 deco and scene heavy pages. So these will be available in their own bundle. We'll have 3 bundles as opposed to our previous 4, since half of the kit is now just deco. But then we'll also have our floral bundle and our functional bundle. So the florals are no different than previous collections. We have the bouquets, corners, edges, and washi. And this goes a full 7 inches, so it would take up the entire length of an A5 wide insert, but you could also obviously trim it down if you needed to. And then for the functional bundle, we have the calendar page. So we've been keeping the calendar itself separate. So if you wanted to use this sticker for another purpose or for another month, you could easily do that. But the intention is to layer that on top of this box. And then we have the quotes sheet. So this was definitely highly requested to bring back in our last release, because we didn't have a full page for quotes, but it's definitely a popular one. So we brought the quotes back, and of course had to fill all the extra space. And then this one is a combination of 2 sheets from our former format. We have 5 sets of days of the week. These little letters for the days of the week that you could use for your own calendar or really any purpose. We did add these kind of date numbers as opposed to the circular ones we had in the past. And we included some of these from the days sheet as well. Then down here we have some functional scripts, and then these are habit trackers, and these little dots are meant to use underneath to mark off things. So that is the sheet. We hope you guys like the combination. And then this sheet is kind of a combination of our doilies and torn paper sheets from previous collections. So hopefully it's still a good amount for y'all, but we figured they would be good enough to combine and still get good use out of. So yeah, that is the 16-page kit, and I'll quickly show it on washi paper. Something about the collages with the alcohol ink on washi paper just feels like so smooth and like melts into the page. Like here, I'll show. I'm gonna regret doing this because getting it back on the page is gonna be annoying, but that's the collage, and then you put it down. Not crooked, hopefully. Still a little crooked, but that's fine. But yeah, it just kind of blends into the page really nicely. So especially for washi paper, this kind of sticker is really nice because the one drawback of washi paper, I would say at least, is that layering two washi stickers on top of each other is not as seamless as transparent matte because you can see the border. But having these kind of stickers is nice because they're like pre-layered for you. So that was page 1. Here's page 2, page 3, 4. I'm going quicker since I already showed everything, but just wanted to show what it looks like on washi paper because it is pretty different. I mean, the color payoff is definitely similar, but just the vibe of washi paper versus premium matte. It's also so much thinner, so if you're using this in like a journal or on Tomoe River paper, this would probably be ideal because it doesn't bulk up the pages. So that is the decorative kit itself, and then we also have some add-ons, of course. So here is the foiled version of the quotes page that I already showed. And then here's the foiled deco sampler. Alcohol ink. This is printed on transparent matte paper, but it will also be available on washi paper, so keep that in mind. Here's the color wash. We kept it pretty simple for this collection, so it's just like a watercolor swash style color wash because there weren't a lot of patterns to pull from for this collection, but it coordinates really nicely with the florals. So. And then this was what I was referring to earlier. This is a new addition to the shop, but we are now offering box samplers that coordinate with our deco collections as kind of an answer, hopefully, to the problem of them being hard to adapt to weekly kit type spreads. So we hope that's useful for y'all. Even if you are using it in a journal, it's always nice to have boxes that coordinate. So hope y'all like that addition. And then we have our large florals and the washi sampler. All right, y'all. Not gonna lie, this might be one of my favorite collections I've designed before. And it's ironic because I'm definitely not this type of girly. Like pink and frilly is not my vibe. But something about this collection just really speaks to me. I don't know. But I'm really excited about it. So this is the Coquette collection, which is our February collection. The intention behind this theme was kind of like more of like a self-love vibe. We thought about going super traditional with like hearts and candy and stuff, but then this clip art really like spoke to me. So we went with that instead. But something really exciting about this collection is that it features lace alcohol ink. I don't know if you can see all the detail in that, but that is alcohol ink with a lace pattern. So really fun. But again, with this collection, you get a lot of collages. We try to include like one on each page at least. But we hope you guys like that. So here's page 1. Page 2. Just look at all this whimsical deco. It was so much fun to work with. Page 3. And also the film strips are new. So let us know what you think of that addition. I think they're pretty fun. We got a lot of swans in this one. And then there's also a lot of like individual pearls sprinkled out or throughout to kind of like fill up the space, but also as fun little floating pieces in whatever you create. Page 5. I love this umbrella so much. 6, 7. I really like this sticker. It's just really fun. Another swan. Page 8. This gazebo. And then that was all the deco pages. And then we have the florals. So bouquets. How gorgeous are these florals, by the way? So pretty. That was corners. Then we have edges. Also, one addition to the sheet that we changed up a bit. In previous formats, we had just like 4 of these or more, however many we could fit on the page, like the long and thin ones. But we tried out doing these like wider ones so that you could put them on like the side of your page and they'd be a little more useful in that way. So just a little update. Here's the washi calendar. And let us know how you like these little bow letters. We tried them out for the collection because it just felt fitting. Quotes page. So we use them again here. Not sure if it's too many bows, but you can be the judge of that. So here's the quotes page. Page 15 and 16. And then I'll just super quickly flip through the washi pages. I don't know, something about this collection just feels really magical to me. There's also like a low-key musical element throughout. Some of the deco has that, and then in some of the collages you can kind of see music note vibe. Of course I can't find it now, but trust me, it's got a musical theme. So you'll see on the deco add-on that we kind of leaned into that. Here's the florals. So that's the kit. And then for the add-ons, we added a couple extra sheets to these because we were kind of obsessed with the lace. So you'll see that in just a second. But here's the foiled deco. And yeah, here's all the music notes. Here's the quotes page. I did like gold foil for these, but I think rose gold might have been the better choice. You can obviously choose your foil since the kit itself is not foiled, but you can pick up the add-ons in any foil color. So we will let y'all decide. So for the alcohol ink, we have the traditional colors from the kit, but then we also did a lace one. So if you look, I'm trying to get all the detail without my phone losing focus, but yeah, they all have lace patterns in them, which is just really fun. If y'all like these, we could definitely do more colors in this lace pattern, but let us know. And then along the same vein, we did a color wash. It's just lace, as well as this more pink, like flowery one. And then here's the box sampler. The washi sampler. And the large florals. Y'all still with me? Thanks for bearing with my chatty rambling. So last up in this release is a bunch of functional items and a few foiled items. So I'll start with the foil. We have these mid-size vertical months. So they are a smaller scale than like our large vertical months. I don't know why I put the planner away. It would be really helpful right now. So for scale, this is the size they are. We just wanted to offer an option that's kind of like the in-between between our small and large month scripts. So here's that. Let us know how you'll like that. Now I will put this away. And then we have 3 different sizes of ink splatters. This has been highly requested in the shop since we started adding them to our foiled deco samplers and freebies, but it's just small ink splatter clusters. And then since I'm kind of obsessed with these right now, we went ahead and made larger versions. So this is the medium and large scale. So they're like large cluster stickers, a bunch of ink splatters in them. And then this one, which is probably my favorite, this is the extra large ink splatters because why not? They're huge and they make a really bold statement. I just really love them. So there's different clusters. It looks like they're all just one sticker, but they're large clusters on the page. So that's all the foiled stuff for this release. We tried to keep it, I say we tried to keep it chill, but there's a lot still. But we definitely leaned more into functional items as opposed to foils. So now I'll get into our winter functional items. So we added 6 new colors for the winter colorway. And I'll show them in the doilies first. So first we have cranberry. It's kind of like a pinkish red, pinkish purplish red, which we've never done in the shop before. So all these colors are pretty versatile, like not just for winter, but they felt appropriate for winter colors. So keep that in mind. But that's cranberry. And then we have sugar plum. It's kind of like a light purple, but like almost mauve. We have powder, which is like definitely a cooler tone pink, like even cooler than our petunia colorway. Mint jelly. Icicle. And Winter Storm. This one is our first gray, so hopefully y'all like that shade. It's kind of like a warmer gray tone. But then we did the colors in our doilies, like I just showed. Then we have the thin washi, the washi samplers, and the alcohol ink. We decided to keep the winter functional line to just these items because they're definitely our top sellers as far as functionals go. And adding colors to our functional line is a lot because we have so many items. So we just tried to stick with the ones that were the best sellers already. So let us know if there are other items you'd like to see in these colorways and we can try to make it happen. But for now, this is what we got. So here's the alcohol ink, and I also have them on transparent matte to show. So show that in just a second. The color payoff is definitely different between transparent matte and washi paper. So it comes down to which like color you prefer or saturation you prefer, but also if you mind layering alcohol ink on washi paper, because like I said before, washi paper doesn't layer as nicely as transparent matte. So just keep that in mind when you're ordering. And also if you order some stickers in transparent matte versus premium matte, like across different designs. Like say you order the washi strips on premium matte, but then the alcohol ink on transparent matte, but then maybe like the doilies on washi paper. Just keep in mind that the color payoff might be different between the two or between the 3 paper types. So I just like to give that caveat because we've had folks reach out in the past about the colors not matching, but that's just something beyond our control. Because the printer just treats different papers differently, if that makes sense. So here's the difference. It's not too stark, but between transparent matte and washi paper, I would say the colors are definitely truer tones. to like premium matte on washi paper. So if you don't mind layering alcohol ink on washi, I would definitely suggest picking it up on here. If you do and don't necessarily mind the color difference, which actually looking at these side by side, they still look pretty similar. So it's not a huge deal, but again, just keep it all in mind. So yeah, that is the winter colorway. I feel like I didn't finish my train of thought there, but you get what I mean. It's been a long week, y'all. Okay, and then next up, we are introducing ornate letters to the shop. So for now, we just did 4 colors that we felt like were neutral-ish enough to pull into a lot of different spreads. We might eventually do our traditional colorways, but one of the issues with this design is you need like a lot of saturation in the colors to really like see the details of the letters themselves, because they are quite ornate. So our traditional colors are a bit lighter and that might not translate well. So for now, we just did these 4 colors. We have bubblegum, latte, fossil, and charcoal. So this one is not quite black. It's more of a really dark, dark gray, but we felt like black might be too stark. So that's charcoal and fossil. Latte, just like a classic brown. And bubblegum, which is planner neutral, as we all know. So that's those. And then last up, we just decided to do the traditional colorways for our box samplers to kind of like test them out before we really commit to doing different colors, since this is a new addition to the shop. But each sheet has 2 tones of the same color in our classic 11 colorways. So I'll flip through those real quick. And this one is only going to be available on premium matte paper, just so you know, because otherwise it's not as functional. Here's Magnolia, Petunia, definitely our cooler pink. Oh, and I guess this is a good opportunity to show the difference between powder pink and this one. So it's hard to tell maybe, but it's even more like almost purpley pink than the Petunia is. Cherry Blossom, definitely the warmer pink. Marigold, Clover, Sage, Mint, Aqua, Cornflower, Lilac, and Lavender. All right, guys, I think that covers it for everything to expect from our Black Friday release. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, or you can always email us papertrailplans@gmail.com or on Instagram. But yeah, we hope you love everything that's coming to the shop this week. And we hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.